Look at those lines. I know a machine does it, but it does look good. Potatoes, we think potatoes are being grown in this field. I've noticed that a lot of fields locally, it seems to be potatoes. But long overdue catch up. What's going on in the my little allotment plot? Well, it's quite untidy. Come on, I'll turn you around. It's really untidy, but my strimmer broke, which is my excuse. I will be purchasing one as soon as possible. Actually, do you remember I cut all these back a long time ago? But I've just noticed because this is a what do you call it? Oh my God, hold on, brain. It's either a black brie or a white brie. I'm not actually sure on the colour as yet, because it didn't really produce last year because it was extremely long and I think quite unhappy. So that's quite good. Hopefully we'll get some fruit. It's only the one plant that I've noticed, because this is all was inherited, but it does need a tidy up. But there's lots of raspberries growing in there, as in the raspberry plant itself, as are nettles. I did do a massive clear out of nettles, but the last few days they've kind of got a bit nuts. I still need to clear that. That's a job very soon. Probably not on a sunny day, because that's going to be quite a lot of shovel work. I've got a kind of makeshift gate. Can you see it? Oh, where are you? Oh yeah, there. A makeshift gate there. Partly because Rosie was realising that this pond was nice and lovely and cool, and she was taking dips in it. So we had to kind of realise we had to stop her doing that. And that's just sort of a hodgepodge of plastic we found in the garden, you know, buried and all that kind of stuff. I've got a huge raspberry over here. I've got a huge oh my God, I've got a huge rhubarb over here. I mean, it's really grown because I kind of gave it space. Yeah, I've already made a rhubarb compote out of it, but I'm going to make a sort of, probably a rhubarb crumble soon. I mean, I love crumble. That's on the cards very soon. These are my Taunton Deane, and I'm actually here to sort of give a bit of Taunton Deane care. The local pigeons. Whoa, this definitely was a bit too tight. The local pigeons had really battered it. Can you see the pigeon damage? So I'm going to cut all that back today. This is effectively like my greens. So I eat this as like you cut it up and give it a quick flash boil, and it's greens on the side of your plate. I am actually thinking about sorting out cuttings from the stems, because that's how you propagate with this, and I'm probably going to put them on my Etsy shop for sale, because that's how I bought these, via Etsy, funnily enough. This is the bigger one. Oh gosh, I have to remove this out of the way. This has lots of pigeon damage, but it's recovered really well. Wow, what's that? Is that a flower? These rarely flower, but apparently they do flower. I mean, they rarely flower, but that's it actually flowering. I wonder if that means I can get seeds from that. Although it's cuttings, that is the common way of... I mean, this one's huge, to be fair, so I've got to cut back all the damaged... Oh, look, see. There's one damaged one. Yeah. Let's get rid of that. Basically, pull off all the damaged ones. Taunton Dean, it's called. Yeah, definitely going to try the cuttings method. Oh, my garlic. Here, can you see? Garlic's there. It's actually doing quite well. I do need to weed, to be fair. And that bit I had really cleared. But it's amazing how quick things grow, isn't it? And my clematis. Morning Glory, I think. Morning Glory, possibly. I can't remember. And then my boysenberry. I did put some of this netting up, but it's actually quite happy. I do need to sort out all the grass around here so it doesn't... But another thing I've done, if we just have a quick look. This used to be a greenhouse here. And I've cleared the beds because I've got Monge 2 and courgettes will go here. So probably 3 Monge 2 along this one. And probably... 2 courgettes and maybe something else, I'm not sure yet. My fruit trees are blossoming, which is absolutely fantastic because they didn't last year. There's a mixture. We know that there's pear and apple, maybe plum. That one's not actually blossoming, this one. I don't think it blossomed at all, so I'm not sure what's going on there. They're planted too close together, but that was done by the previous people. We're just going to sort of see what happens this year and then prune back. I mean, the blossom's lovely, isn't it? I do love blossom. That's glorious, that is. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, let's go back to the plot. And start doing some Taunton Deane care. Well, I can't believe it's flowering or going to flower. We're gonna have to, that really is unusual. If you Google Taunton Deane, it was a Victorian favourite. And they propagated with cuttings. So just the pigeon damage. They used to sit on top and just munch away without, disturbance. That was before I covered them, obviously. The trouble is the height of this cover is actually growing loads. I think because these were at my old allotment. As some of you have been, I know it's been a while since I put any out, but winter time's a bit funny time I didn't have much going on, and I did a few walkabouts, but they were few and far between as well, to be fair. It's finding the time, isn't it? So to be fair, you can just tear it off. I was sort of wondering if I needed that. It doesn't look like it. Now I'm going to try and pick up a couple of stems to try and propagate from to root. And what I did with these ones originally was I actually popped them in water. They were very small. It's in one of my early vlogs. I'll link it at the end. It was when I was at the allotment, and they were in my shed. These were my second attempt, because at the first attempt they didn't work. It's a bit tight. There's nettles behind me. I don't really want to, get stung. But I'm going to have to deal with those. There's a lot of dead leaves I need to cut away or pull away. It's a great plant, and it lives for 5 years. Other facts. Well, like I said before, it was a Victorian favourite. Maybe because it was so versatile. To live for 5 years, these side stems might have to come off, to be fair. Might have to sacrifice just for the sake of the plant. Because that's quite low down. I've just been stung, blasted. Oh, God. I'll tell you what, though. They're pretty darn hardy. Do you know, I'm gonna harvest some of these leaves for tonight's dinner. Well, I'm just moving you slightly, but I wonder, these might not be good candidates for, I don't know. We could try, couldn't we? So, it's like one stem. I'm going to take the leaves off the lower bits of that. Possibly the lower, just so it's got one leaf. Pinch off. I don't know if this is going to work, because I've not... I'm going to take these home and eat them later. That's 3 cuttings, as it were. They're only small, so I'm not sure if they're the right type, but they might be. It might be that... I don't know. This is the first time I've tried this. I'll keep you posted. Definitely need to do some nettle weeding and kind of get that 4th bed ready. That's at the end, because that's where my potatoes are going. Main crop. I'm just chitting desiree ones that I got from the farm shop. I'll show. I would have. Yeah, you would see them on the screen. Just add some leaves to my harvest. Not like the rest of them though. So nice. Nice leaf. Nice green. It's very like a kale. Right, I'm going to crack on. Finish this Taunton Dean, and then I'm going to start on the other one. Right, this is all for tonight's dinner. Some greens, and I'm going to try and use these to get more Taunton Dean and put them on Etsy, but we'll see how that goes. I need to root them first, so I'm off. I'll be back to do some weeding. See you soon. Right, slight improvement. I don't know if you can see, but there's a frame. I've put a frame in there. It's rudimentary, needs work. It's a little bit unstable, but I'm working with it. That being the basis, the basic shape, and then I possibly put supports in. It's already got the. In fact, I'll get a bit closer. In fact, I also put the mower in here, just that's neatened that up a little bit, and I cleared around the boysenberry. That does need all weeding out though, but that's another day. I am hot. It is really hot. This is temporary. I don't really want to waste these iron thingies on the frame. That needs work. I don't know if you can see it. I need to get the Hessian style drop down netting, but this is definitely an improvement. Weeded all around there. There's some deep nettle roots which I will be working on, but that's another day. And I've sown some spinach, so that's really good. And I've used this kind of fence, if you can see there. I've used the fence there to help lift it off my Taunton Dean. That's just draped over it. I haven't actually tackled this one yet. Got kind of carried away with everything else. Whew. I tell you what, it is hot, and it's late April. What is the date? I think it's the 26th. Yeah. Whew. So just turning around. Wow. I mean, it's hot. well, that's some progress. More to do, obviously. Until the next time, thanks so much for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.